Formative assessment can be described as assessment for learning. It offers learners opportunities to demonstrate their growing abilities and receive support to enhance their learning while they are still on their learning journey. In this video, we're going to explore a little more about what formative assessment is when put in the context of online learning environments, why formative assessment is important for learners, some formative assessment techniques, the challenges of formative assessment, and how you can use formative assessment to improve your instructional design. So, what is formative assessment in an online learning environment? Formative assessment in e-learning offers learners feedback that they can use to improve their e-learning experience. Rather than simply giving them a grade or mark, the feedback they receive shows areas where they may need improvement and helps pinpoint their strengths during the e-learning. In online formative assessments, the instructional designer and the learners are separated by time and space, and learning activities are conducted through web-based information and communication technologies, or ICT. Because of this separation, educators need strategies to successfully implement formative assessment in online environments. Research has shown that learning is improved when teachers use instructional strategies with continuous assessment of the learner's development. This formative assessment also helps students to reflect on their work over time, allows for scaffolding opportunities, and gives them meaningful feedback from their instructor and potentially their fellow learners. Without formative assessment, learners may progress through an online course without any critical thought. They would also have no baseline or awareness of whether they are achieving the learning objectives stated at the beginning of the course, and if there are any areas where they need improvement. Through formative assessment, learners gain an understanding of what they know or don't know, which allows them to take control of their learning and become more engaged students. The first, and one of the most widely used formative assessment methods in online environments, are multiple choice quizzes. They are effective in measuring lower-end cognitive skills like the recall of basic content, and they decrease administration burden for courses with high student enrollment numbers. Short multiple-choice quizzes can provide evaluative, reinforcing, and instantaneous feedback, and can help learners identify all areas where they may need to improve their learning. E-portfolios offer learners the chance to collect and organize their work in one location and share their work and thoughts with other learners. According to Mason, Pegler, and Weller, e-portfolios are made up of the following components: collection, selection, reflection, projection, and presentation. Self-reflection is key in formative assessment because it is through reflection that students are able to understand their competencies. There are also tools like blogs, wikis, and discussion boards that can be used in online formative assessment. They offer students the chance to have virtual discussions, provide peer and self-assessment, access instructor-provided feedback. They also create an online learning community that is shown to be an important part of formative assessment. In online learning environments, designers face many challenges with helping learners monitor their learning. First, there can be a lack of instantaneous feedback between educators and learners because they are separated by time and space in online environments. To help solve for this, attention must be paid to the different ways feedback can be given and the factors that can diminish its impact. Bandura and Cervone found that feedback to learners that is task-specific and focused, such as hints and cues about what to pay attention to during a task, is especially effective as opposed to feedback that involves overly detailed explanations and instruction. Another challenge of formative assessment is the tendency in online assessment to test for knowledge as opposed to skills. It's important to remember to encourage on-the-spot thinking and application of skills and processes in situations, rather than regurgitating existing and old information. Not only is formative assessment important for your learners, it's important for you as a facilitator, designer, or creator of online learning environments. The key is to treat assessment as opportunities and to use analytics data to learn more about ourselves, to understand our learning and teaching processes, to identify areas for improvement, and to assist future teachers and learners in their journeys. One of the most notable benefits of using formative assessment and analytics data in e-learning is that you can quickly modify your learning strategy. If you find that learners are struggling with a particular topic or skill, you're able to see this right away thanks to data from formative assessment. You can then modify the learning content or the assessment itself in order to continuously improve the learning journey. Engaging students in learning is an important aspect of instructional design. Formative assessment in e-learning is one way to give learners control so they can identify areas where they need to improve and broaden their comprehension while there's still time to make a difference.